Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astottara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayat. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistuki. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 20, entitled Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena, text number 34. Word for word. Maitreya Uvacha Iti Vainyasya Raja Rishi Pratinandya Arthavat Vachaha Pujito Nugritvainam Gantam Chakre Chuto Matim. Maitreya Uvacha Iti Vainyasya Raja Rishi Pratinandya Artavat Vachaha Pujito Nugritvainam Gantam Chakre Achuto Matim. Maitreya Vacha Iti Vainyasya Raja Rishi Pratinandya Artavat Vacha Pujito Nugritvainam Gantam Chakre Achutamatim. Maitreya Vacha Iti Vainyasya Raja Rishi Pratinandya Artavat Vacha Pujito Anugritvainam Gantam Chakre Achutamatim. Maitriya vacha iti vinyasya raja rishi pratinandya artavad vacha bhujito anugritva inam gantam chakre achuto matim. Word for word translation. Maitriya vacha. The great sage Maitreya continued to speak. Iti, thus, Vainyasya, of the son of King Vena, Prithu Maharaj, Raja Rishi, of the saintly king, Pratinandya, appreciating, Arthavat Vachaha, the prayers which were full of meaning, Pujitaha, being worshipped, Anugrihitva, sufficiently benedicting, Enam, King Prithu, Gantam, to go from that place, Chakre, made up, Achyutaha, the infallible Lord, Matim, his mind. Translation. The great sage Maitreya told Vidura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead amply appreciated the meaningful prayers of Maharaj Prithu. Thus, after being properly worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. Please repeat. The great saint Maitreya told Vidura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead amply appreciated the meaningful prayers of Maharaj Prithu. Thus, after being properly worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Most important in this verse are the words Pratinandya Arthavat Vacha, which indicate that the Lord appreciated the meaningful prayers of the king. When a devotee prays to the Lord, it is not to ask for material benefits, but to ask the Lord for His favor. He prays that he may be engaged in the service of the Lord's lotus feet, birth after birth. Lord Chaitanya therefore uses the words Mama, Janmani, 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 which mean birth after birth. Because a devotee is not even interested in stopping the repetition of birth. The Lord and the devotee appear in this material world, birth after birth, but such births are transcendental. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord informed Arjuna that both he and Arjuna had undergone many births previously. But the Lord remembered everything about them, whereas Arjuna had forgotten. The Lord and His confidential devotees appear many times to fulfill the Lord's mission. But since such births are transcendental, they are not accompanied by the miserable conditions of material birth, and they are therefore called divya, transcendental. One must understand the transcendental birth of the Lord and the devotee. The purpose of the Lord's taking birth is to establish devotional service, which is the perfect system of religion. And the purpose of birth of a devotee is to broadcast the same system of religion or bhakti or the bhakti cult all over the world. Prithu Maharaj was an incarnation of the power of the Lord to spread the bhakti cult, and the Lord blessed him to remain fixed in his position. Thus when the king refused to accept any material benediction, the Lord appreciated that refusal very much. Another significant word in this verse is achyuta, which means infallible. Although the Lord appears in this material world, he is never to be considered one of the conditioned souls who are all fallible. When the Lord appears, he remains in his spiritual position, uncontaminated by the modes of material nature. And therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord expresses the quality of his appearance as Atma Mayaya, performed by internal potency. The Lord, being infallible, is not forced by material nature to take birth in this material world. He appears in order to re-establish the perfect order of religious principles and to vanquish the demoniac influence in human society. श्री श्री राधा राधानाथ की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय, गौर हरि की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनुभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदामायं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सहग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कंठ राधा कंठ नमस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुतदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्तादशधारिणे। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 20, verse 34, translation. The great saint Maitreya told Vidura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, amply appreciated the meaningful prayers of Maharaj Prithu. Thus, after being properly worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, the most important in this verse are the words Prati Nandya Arthavat Vachaha, which indicate that the Lord appreciated the meaningful prayers of the king. When a devotee prays to the Lord, it is not for material benefits, but to ask the Lord for his favor. He prays that he may be engaged in the service of the Lord's lotus feet, birth after birth. And Srila Prabhupada quotes Lord Chaitanya's prayers. Lord Chaitanya therefore uses the words Mama Janmani Janmanishwari Janmani Janmani, which means birth after birth. Because a devotee is not even interested in stopping the repetition of birth. So we are all trying to become devotees. And here's one qualification. Prabhupada is saying that a devotee is not interested even in stopping the cycle of birth and death. He simply wants to be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. The Lord and the devotee appear in this material world birth after birth, but such births are transcendental. So Prabhupada is saying most important in this verse are the words Prati Nandya Arthavat Vacha, which indicate the Lord appreciated the meaningful prayers of the king. Meaningful prayers or prayers with purpose. We could see here in this case how it was appreciated by the Lord when it was offered. The prayers were offered by Maharaj Prithu. And we have a wonderful example of such meaningful prayers. Srila Prabhupada's he wrote a wonderful poem or prayers just before the Jaladuta, the ship that he was traveling in from India to America in 1965. Maybe 4 days before the ship could reach Boston, he wrote a very nice poem, and we'll read some verses from there. And we could see how this prayer, how Lord Krishna reciprocated with Srila Prabhupada as we study Prabhupada's life. So first we'll read a little, or the entry by Srila Prabhupada in his diary that he wrote while on the ship. I think it was a 35-day journey on the Jaladuta from Calcutta to New York. And first we'll read the entry. This is from on Monday, 13th September 1965. Srila Prabhupada's diary entry. He writes, "Today is the 32nd day of our journey from Calcutta. After midnight yesterday, the lurching disease and I felt relief. In the morning also I could not take my breakfast properly. I cooked bati kachari." I don't know what that is, a question mark there. "It appeared to be delicious and I was able to take some food. Today I have disclosed my mind to my companion Lord Krishna. There is a Bengali poem made by me today in this connection." How wonderful Prabhupada is, like sharing his most intimate connection or his reciprocation with Krishna. Is saying, "Today I have disclosed my mind to my companion Lord Shri Krishna." There is a Bengali poem made by me today in this connection. Prabhupada continues in this diary entry, At about 11 days, a little lurching. The captain tells that they had never such calmness of the Atlantic. It is said, I said, it is Lord Krishna's mercy. His wife asked me to come back again with them so that they may have again a calm Atlantic Ocean. If Atlantic would have shown its usual face, perhaps I would have died. But Lord Krishna had taken charge of the ship. So this is Srila Prabhupada's entry diary on Monday 13th September 1965. And we'll read a little from this poem that Srila Prabhupada wrote. Prayers written by Prabhupada on board the Jaladuta. Praise unto the lotus feet of Krishna on board the Jaladuta, September 13th, 1965. So this was like 4 days before Prabhupada could reach Boston Harbor. It's very nice prayers and poem. Krishna thabe punya habe bhai, e punya karibe jabe, Radharani khushi habe, Dhruva ati boli, tomara thai. Translation. I emphatically say to you, O brothers, you will obtain your good fortune from the Supreme Lord Krishna only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased with you. Of course, we know from Prabhupada's childhood that his father, before taking lunch, he would invite sadhus on the street and to come and take lunch, and he would only ask one benediction, that you please bless my son to become a great devotee of Srimati Radharani. So in this poem, Prabhupada is actually saying the same thing. I emphatically say to you, O brothers, you will obtain your good fortune from the Supreme Lord Krishna only when Srimati Radharani becomes pleased with you. Prabhupada continues, Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Sachi Shuta Priyati Krishna Sebhaya Jara Thula Nai Se Mohanta Guru Jagatera Made Uru Krishna Bhakti Dei Thai Thai. Translation. Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is very dear to Lord Gauranga, the son of Mother Sachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master who bestows intense devotion to Krishna at different places throughout the world. Again, Prabhupada is teaching us, first glorify Guru. In this poem he is writing, it is his personal ecstasies. But first he's glorifying his Guru. Right? We can see, Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Sati Sachi Sutta Priyati. Prabhupada continues, Thara icha bhalavan paschatete than than hoi jate gorangera nam pritivi nagarari asamudra nadi nadi shakhale loy Krishna nam. By his strong desire, the holy name of Lord Gauranga will spread throughout all the countries of the Western world. In all the cities, towns and villages on the earth, from all the oceans, seas, rivers and streams, everyone will chant the holy name of Krishna. Tahale ananda hoy, tabe hoy digvijay, Chaitanyera kripa atisai, Maya dushti jata dukhi jagate sabhai sukhi, Vaishnavera icha purna hoy. As the vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conquers all directions, a flood of transcendental ecstasy will certainly cover the land. When all the sinful, miserable living entities become happy, the Vaishnava's desire is then fulfilled. And here we get our goal. Vaishnava's desire is then fulfilled. When? When all the sinful, miserable entities become happy. We may pray for so many things, but here we could see what is meant by meaningful prayers. Prayers with purpose. As the vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu conquers all directions, a flood of transcendental ecstasy will certainly cover the land. And when all the sinful, miserable, living entities become happy, the Vaishnava's desire is then fulfilled. Se khaja the kori bare, agya jadi dilo more, yogya nahi an dina hina, thai se tumara kripa, magi theki anurupa, aji numi sabar pravina. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy or fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, I am now begging you for your mercy, so that I may become worthy. For you are the wisest and the most experienced of all. तुम्हारा से शक्ति फैले, गुरु से भाया वस्तु मिले, जीवाना सातक जादी होय, से सेवा फैला, टहाले सुखी हैला, तबे संगा भाग्यते मिलोय. If you bestow your power by serving the spiritual master, one attains the absolute truth. One's life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes happy and gets your association due to good fortune. So these are some of the verses. It's a wonderful poem. But here we could see how this is one of probably the perfect example of meaningful prayers. That here we read Prithu Maharaj is offering these prayers, and it was appreciated by the Lord. So here Prabhupada is saying Vaishnava's desire is fulfilled when all the sinful, miserable living entities become happy. All. So imagine the work we have to do. But as Prabhupada gives the example that just by intelligence and cooperation, then this movement will spread, and we can see it all over the world how it is going on so wonderfully. But this should be our goal. Individually, it might be very difficult to make everyone peaceful and happy in this world, because people simply are after sense gratification. And that simply leads to more entanglement and more miserable conditions. And if we work together, and in some way, so many things that go on in our movement, we just try and work together, then we will be able to create some effect and try and inspire others to come on board, come and learn from Srila Prabhupada. So this is a problem. People are sinful, miserable in this world, and it is only the Vaishnavas. And Prabhupada is saying this is the quality of a Vaishnava. He wants to see others happy. And when this happens, then the Vaishnava's desire is fulfilled. And Prabhupada is praying, he is revealing his mind. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy or unfit or fit to do it. I am very fallen and insignificant. And therefore, O Lord, now I am begging for your mercy, so that I may become worthy. For you are the most wisest and most experienced of all. So we should understand, Prabhupada, when he wrote this, he was 70 years old. On the ship, he observed he turned 70, and he didn't know what will happen when he got to America, but you could see that his desire was to carry out the order of his spiritual master. And although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am not worthy or fit to do it. So this is the mood that we should adopt. But we should not leave it at that. We should make some attempt. That is when we will receive mercy, when we make that attempt to fulfill the order of Srila Prabhupada, to fulfill the order of the senior devotees, of the Guru. And that is how we will receive the mercy and blessings. We should not just pray and then hope for things to happen. We have to physically, practically go out and do things. If you bestow your power by serving the spiritual master, one attains the absolute truth. One's life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes happy and gets your association to good fortune. This is a wonderful poem by Prabhupada, and it really sets the whole mood and mission of his preaching mission, or of his service to his spiritual master. And we are simply, we should simply try to assist Prabhupada in this way. So from here Prabhupada says the most important in this verse are the words Prati Nandya Artavat Vachaha, which indicates that the Lord appreciated the very meaningful prayers of the king. So whenever we are saying prayers, it's not a problem, to pray for things that we want, because ultimately we will try and use it in Krishna's service. But here we'll see this example that we chose of Prabhupada's prayers, how Lord Krishna reciprocated with Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada struggled for 1 year in New York, and the greatest struggle is old age, being over 70 years old. And Prabhupada traveled 14 times around the world. He didn't stop at any time, he just continued and continued. And this is how he received the mercy and blessings of Lord Krishna. Through these meaning and purposeful prayers. Hare Krishna. We will stop there and take your comments, or you can add on to the class. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the class. You were talking about, in this prayers you can see how Krishna reciprocates with Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
And even though he had so much of adversity, his faith kept him going, basically. But for someone who's, a neophyte on the path, how do I see that the adversity in life is Krishna's reciprocation?
Yes.
Because sometimes it feels like, you just don't get a break in the material world.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So most of the time I go out on programs, like outreach programs, and then we do meet people they wanted us to come and have a program. So sometimes I meet with people, but it's our duty to always keep in contact with them, and also bring them to come to the temple, and keep in contact and nurture them. So just like Srila Prabhupada, like when he went to America, he planted the seeds in everyone. And then everyone automatically became devotees and they got touched by his chanting. So I guess we go out there, we plant the seed, but when we plant the seed, we have to nurture them, like water the plants and everything, like water the seed, for devotion to grow. Thank you.
Nice.
Hare Krishna, Swamiji.
Hare Krishna.
I just one question, but before that I'd like to take your permission to chant in English a verse from the Gita. But Krishna says that he who knows me as birthless and beginningless, the Supreme Lord of the universe, he among mortals is undiluted and freed from all sins. So my question is, Swamiji, is Lord Krishna the Supreme Lord?
Yes. There's many ways we can establish Krishna as a Supreme Lord. But he speaks, you quoted from Bhagavad Gita, and in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, I am the Supreme Lord. So in the beginning, if we can simply accept that and try and follow his teachings through his devotees. We are fortunate that Lord Krishna sent Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada came to the Western world, and he simply gave everyone the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. So if you can take this mantra and chant every day, and be sincere in that, and then from there Krishna will help you. Right? Nice. So coming back to the adversities, in the beginning we will have these problems. Ultimately, spiritual life will find, as we've read, that devotional service is the perfection of religion. So everyone is coming to some kind of religion, but ultimately they will have to come to bhakti or devotional service, which is the perfection of religion. And the adversities, as you advance, you look forward to adversities. And because this is how I'm going to be purified and cleared of all my karma. But in the beginning it might be very difficult. And but if you can get over those few hurdles, then whatever comes your way, oh dear Lord, thank you so much for this. So in the beginning, we should never think we've passed that stage of overcoming these hurdles, because the mind is so tricky, soft and pliable, that we can do crazy things even in the more mature or advanced stage of our devotional practice. So adversities are good, especially if you are strictly following, then you'll have a more clear understanding. But in the beginning, if you're coming with some motive, I want to overcome my health issues, I want to get a better job, or something, you're coming, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the 4 types of people that approach him. So in the beginning you might be disappointed. But if you're coming with a genuine inquiry to understand your real nature, the purpose of human life, what happens to me after I die, and especially to understand I'm not this body. This body is designed for misery. One philosopher said this life is a journey of misery with interruptions of happiness. So we just have to learn how to tolerate, cooperate. And so in the beginning, if we can get over these adversities or learn how to tolerate them, and even as we go along, as Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita in a purport, also on the royal roads there are accidents. So sometimes things may be going very smoothly, but then there'll be an accident. We'll see nice roads, but there are accidents. So we have to cultivate our Krishna consciousness, especially in the association of devotees. And Prabhupada gives the example of a stick. One stick is easy to break, but a bunch of sticks is very difficult to break. So we have to somehow or other remain in the association of devotees. Even if we cannot be in a temple or in the Namahata, the best association is these books that Prabhupada has given. We get the association of Srila Prabhupada and we get the association of Lord Krishna through these books. So there is no better association than that. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.